Yo, what up, nerds? There's one thing I love more than anything. It's Warhammer 40k. And the satanic, those fundamentalist Jesus freaks back in the 80s had been terrified of anything and would be aghast at the pure autistic evil that is Warhammer. We'd be living in a much different world. Instead, they just focus on D&D. The real metal, the real demonic, Slaneshi debauchery was in Warhammer the whole time. Games Workshop, thank you for giving us Warhammer. Warhammer, for those who don't know, is a massive. It's like D&D in space meets Star Wars, hyped up on roids. Make it gothic and metal as hell, and make genocide the norm for every faction. It is so metal. You get to wipe out the filthy Xenos, commit war crimes like you wouldn't believe. Against your own people, by the way. You can exterminate and nuke your own planets. You can be a space inquisitor. You can be an Imperial Inquisitor, hunts down heretics demons. You can be an orc with a shit ton of space orcs, space dwarves with machine guns and super chainsaw guns that say 666 on them. I mean, in the early Warhammer 40k games, I mean, gods damn, it was so fucking metal. You can mix it with D&D. It was a Warhammer tabletop game. It was a war game with all these different factions, all these different playable units that people played on. They still do this to this day, by the way. Warhammer is a game where it's primarily a tabletop war game where you throw dice and you have fight against other players with your army. That can be aliens, demons, space orcs, space elves, tanks, aerocraft, space Nazi, hobbit, snipers. There's all sorts of things in Warhammer 40k that just make it metal and weird as fuck. The Imperium is pretty much proof of how stupid, mind-numbingly stupid humanity is. 40k universe is a dystopian space, fucked up space opera where the good God Lone Daddy, the father of humanity, sits on a giant fucking toilet, keeping Earth safe from hordes and hordes of fornicating, effed up demons who want to do all sorts of non-solicited crap to our buttholes. You got Space Marines or super soldiers who were trained from children that made Master Chief shiz bricks. You got Chaos Gods. You got Dark Elder Gods, space aliens that destroy an entire planet. It's so metal. There's so many stories you can plan. So many different forms of games, role playing games, the tabletop. In the early days of 40k, it was a mix of D&D, a role playing game like D&D, with a game master and everything, with the narratives and army battles. And I love that. It's deeply impacted my own DMing. So I've made my own D&D style. It's a mix of Warhammer with roleplay from D&D, and I love it. Games Workshop is an evil ass, evil company. They make Blizzard and frickin' Disney look tame by comparison. Oh man, the Chaos Gods have fun with their buttholes. But no, I mean, Games Workshop is just like evil as evil gets. They're almost as bad as Wizards of the Coast, but they gave us Warhammer. Okay, it's just like how the original creators of D&D founded a company to give us D&D. Corporations suck, but they're kind of needed to get most of these nerdy projects off the ground and create these communities. Warhammer 40k is gothic as hell. I mean, the Imperium is literally a space Holy Roman Empire on roids mixed with fascism of every kind. Mutants, any kind of mutant or magic user is killed, but given the Emperor's mercy with a shotgun to the fucking head. Metal as hell. Dystopian as hell. You had trillions of humans in the Imperial armies dying every day. You have beastmen, mutants who are mutated humans that are like space dwarves, space goat men, space animal people who live in slums and hide and are used as slave labor by the rest of the Imperium. Metal as hell. I love it. It's just so dark. It's like everything's on edge. Everything is edgy beyond belief, and that's why I love it. And there's role playing games, there's shooters, there's strategy video games, there's every kind of video game you can think of for Warhammer. Some of them are really good. Most of them really suck. But the point is, Warhammer is a universe that could overtake Star Wars if we really committed to it. Gods, by the demon gods, there's so many demons and space hells and space demonic gods like Slaanesh, Zeech, and Khorne and Nurgle, which are just demonic embodiments of the human psyche, tripped up to 11 billion using the astral realm. There's a lot of real life cult that goes into the 40K lore, image, branding, and like ideas and storytelling. There's so much cult stuff that got transferred over into Warhammer 40K. A lot of cult stuff. The warp is just a giant sea of dreams, imagination, and horrors and nightmares all in one. Sounds like your average stoned out wet dream. And don't get me started on Slanesh. I have used Slanesh to scare Catholics away from my house. Praise be the demonic goddess. Slanesh, praise her be. Praise her be. And she is a woman. I don't care what people say. Slanesh is a woman, damn it. I'm straight. 100% straight, okay? But no, the thing with Warhammer is it's such an immersive universe. There's so many books, novels, and forms of media that you can dig into to get into this universe and really engage with like role playing, having fun, immersing yourselves in this dark dystopian far future. And Warhammer is also a multiverse. The warp, this is my theory, connects is a realm of dreams, the astral realm that connects all universes, because there's two other universes in Warhammer besides 40K. Warhammer Fantasy, which is pretty much just real life D&D or Middle Earth, but realistic, like a realistic Dark Ages D&D or Lord of the Rings universe. Same gods, same demons, similar armies, hobbits, dwarves, elves, dragons, beastmen, all the mythological creatures. And I love Warhammer End Times. I love the Warhammer Fantasy Universe probably more than I love 40K, and I love the Age of Sigmar. I know heresy, but Sigmar is just so metal. It reminds me of Elder Scrolls. I love the fantasy universes more so than I love 40K. But 40K just has that brutality, that brutal, mind numbing stupidity that makes it fun. I love playing as a space marine, going on crusades, and killing the vile Xenos in the name of my good god Emperor Bonedad. And like I was saying before, Warhammer could easily overtake Star Wars in the next decade if Disney keeps going down the route they're going. Warhammer has so many forms of media, storytelling, and immersion. Books, comics, video games, anime. It's so worth getting into. At the end of the day, 40K is just such a fun space, heavy metal power fantasy. I just recommend it to everyone. And yeah, it's a great game. I'm looking forward to it. What we could see in the future coming was recent new developments have been happening in Games Workshop. They're going down the path of Wizards of the Coast, which fucking sucks. But you have Henry Cavill, who is legitimately at this moment, yeah, The Witcher, literally Geralt of Rivia, is in charge of a new Warhammer cinematic universe being worked on by Amazon, which is fucking metal and sick. I love that. Um, I really recommend the books. The books are fun. The 40K universe just it gets dark, so fucking dark and comedic all at once. And I love 40K, and I really recommend it to people. I think 40K could do a lot of good where Star Wars has failed in recent years. Star Wars really has failed, in my opinion. I really think Games Workshop needs to keep a tighter grip on some things. And by that I mean, so there's two elements of the Warhammer community I really hate. The fascist, like, arc. There are some seriously, like, far right assholes in the 40K universe fandom who can't realize that, yeah, 40K is legitimately. There's people who think 40K is an endorsement of fascism and theocracy. But there's also people in the 40K universe who, in the company itself, who want to abandon lore just to sell new models. Like, making a. And there's something. For those who are in this debate going on right now in the 40K community about whether the rules of women in 40K, first of all, Warhammer has always had badass women characters. You have women inquisitors, women guardsmen, women saints, women battle sisters, battle nuns, both are bitches, yeah, psychotic bisexual nuns with machine guns who fight demons and aliens. They're terrifying, they're insane. You have human women saints who are like war saints and fight the forces of chaos. You have women grunts and like troopers and pilots, inquisitors, and admirals. So Warhammer 40K, they don't have a woman problem. I think there should be more women in the 40K fandom, in the 40K like universe. But like, I don't believe in women space marines or women custodians because I feel like that just fucks with the lore for cheap corporate Californian bullcrap. I want to see a both Sisters of Battle campaign, a Sisters of Battle campaign, a D&D series, a video game where you play as both their bitches, first person shooter or third person shooter. I think that'd be sick. Just invest in the battle bitches, the crazy bolter sisters. They're batshit crazy, and just really invest in that, or invest in like Slanesh. Invest in Slanesh. I mean, who doesn't want to like fantasize about Slanesh nowadays? I mean, I'm just projecting my own insecurities, but whatever. Gady, Gady Goo. 40K is a vast universe with all sorts of different stories that are told and can be told, and I think that is for everyone. I just don't like dumbing down lore for corporate boardroom politics. That's just my opinion. Yeah, and all in all, I'm not claiming that there's a lot of conflict and culture wars and extremists on both sides of the political pendulum active in the Warhammer community. There's a lot of incels that sometimes attach themselves to certain Warhammer online communities, and they're best avoided. They're pieces of shit. And my whole thing is, if you're nervous getting a Warhammer because of the community, don't be. If you're a woman, you want to be in a Warhammer, go for it. If you're queer, you want to be in a Warhammer, go for it. If you're Christian and you want to be in Warhammer, go for it. Warhammer, like D&D, like any true gaming community, is for everyone. I wholeheartedly believe in that. Um, and 40K has a kind of character, a kind of faction, and a kind of media for any kind of nerdy edgelord gamer out there. It's a beautiful multiverse full of dark demons, very, very stupid humans, very, very stupid orcs, very, very, very just like edgelord humor that is so cringe, but I love it and it's for everyone. I would just say Warhammer is a very dark dystopian sci-fi universe, and its uniqueness, and it's replacing Star Wars for so many sci-fi nerds that left Star Wars because it got taken over by Disney. So many of us are fleeing to Warhammer 40K for its lore, its games, its community, its immersion, its storytelling, its lore, its expanding universe, its various video games, its various tabletop games, its RPGs. It's great, and I would suggest to anyone who left Star Wars, Warhammer 40K, come on, let's make this the new Star Wars. Come on, who's with me? Fuck Disney. Fuck them so hard they cry. Let the God Emperor banish Kathleen Kennedy and the mouse to the bowels of the warp to be Slaanesh's playthings. Hell fucking yes. But no, 40K is a very dark, grim universe. I mean, you want an example? I mean, a perfect book series to get into Warhammer 40K is the Horus Heresy, which is a prequel to Warhammer 40K. It's called Warhammer 30K. It's all about the fall, the civil war that destroyed the Imperium. I mean, the Imperium has been in a civil war for 10,000 years throughout the lore between the Imperial loyalists and the forces of chaos and the forces of the damned, which are renegade space marines, nobles, militias, fleets that have sworn fealty to the Chaos Gods, sold their souls for demon godhood, even though most of them will just wind up Slash's playthings. Giggity. Um, the 40K universe is extremely dark. Chaos is like one of the coolest factions and concepts I've seen in fantasy in a long time. Chaos is the unbridled manifestation of all life. It's a shadow reality. It's a reality. It's a whimsical, magical space hell. Put that image in your head, where every dream, hope, nightmare, imagination creates a world of ideas and emotion. It's a whimsical space hell, and it took control of a good half of the Imperium and corrupted them and turned them into demon worshippers and renegade soldiers. It's a realm full of demons, debauchery, and evil. And these rebels, these mutants, these demons, these heretics are the main antagonists of the 40K universe. And they're sick, they're metal, and there's so many cool stories you can tell, you can immerse yourself in. It's great. In 40K, there is no light side, there is no dark side like in Star Wars. There's no rebellion, there's no Jedi, there's no Sith, there's no Empire. Everyone's an asshole, everyone's evil to some extent. There are no good guy factions. Except if you count the Tau, but they're more space, whimsy, weeaboo, alien commies. Fuck the Tau. Fuck them so hard they cry. Praise Slanesh. But, every faction in 40K is some shade of asshole, some shade of evil. Everything is taken to its utmost extreme. The thing in 40K, the reason why there's so much dark, evil, oppressive, extreme chaos, and extreme order, that's the whole point of Warhammer is there's a war going on across the multiverse between the cosmic concepts of order and chaos. Order is completely good, chaos is completely evil. You need both. And the thing is, in the Warhammer multiverse, there's no balance. There's no good therapist. There's no Jesus Christ. There's no Buddha to keep people accountable. It's either extreme chaos or extreme order, and the conflict between the two destroys the universe around it. 40K is great. The Chaos Gods are such a cool enemy concept and like force to be reckoned with. I really recommend it to people. There's a lot of deep magic and occultism that goes into Warhammer and how the warp gives us magic. And there's people who can tap into the warp, the realm of souls, the realm of demons, the realm of ideas, the realm of dreams, and use it to change reality around them, which is a profound statement about magic in real life. And the Emperor has been every god and religious figure across history. And he is literally heavy metal space Jesus. Praise heavy metal space Jesus. Praise my good god, Emperor Bone Daddy. But 40K is a deep mythology, and I do think it could destroy Star Wars Disney. It could, it definitely could. With Henry Cavill in charge, we're looking at some good stuff coming in pretty soon. I'm stoked about the future of Warhammer 40K. They've released a lot of new lore recently that's really getting me hyped for the new content they're releasing, the new media they'll be releasing, books, games, comics, movies, TV shows. It's a good time to be a Warhammer fan. There's gonna be a lot of good content coming out next coming years that I'm really looking forward to, and I suggest you all get into it too. Till next time, folks. Stay sane. God bless. Fuck Disney. Praise Slanesh. And please, please, plays a space hobbit with a sniper rifle. Hallelujah. Till next time, folks. Peace.